All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving our praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, and also to their elders, the men that taught them. I pray the Lord have peace, blessings, and mercy upon the households of the hopeful elect. This is the brother Shema Warren from the Great Millstone Houston Church. And real quick, I want to come with a lesson touching on the fact that the Lord is going to no longer allow the wicked to rule and spread his wickedness and hypocrisy in oppressive ways throughout the earth. All right, this man has an appointed time where he's going to be removed out of authority. Speaking about Esau, Job 9:24, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Now we're in the age of it's about to be taken. Which brings me to Isaiah chapter 65 and 17. It reads, "For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind." So the Lord is going to make a change on the earth. And it's not going to be, like the Lord is going to destroy the earth and bring a new one. It tells you in Ecclesiastes 1:4, the earth is going to abide forever. So the earth is still going to physically be here. But the change that's coming is those that govern and rule the earth, those that the Lord has in authority. That's going to be the change. How it says a new heavens. Those that are in that rulership right now, that authority right now, that's about to be changed. As it tells us in 2 Ezra 6 and 9, what does it say? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. All right. So Esau is about to be removed. So let's keep reading. It says, verse 18, it says, "But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem in rejoicing," showing you who the kingdom is for. All right. It said, "But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create." Who is that pertaining to? Who is that promised for? It says, "For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing and her people a joy." For the Israelites, the kingdom, the blessings, the promises, all of that is pertaining to the Israelites. This is what the Lord has in store for us right now, being in this fucked up, oppressive situation constantly. If we continue to wait patiently and have faith in the Lord, like the scriptures say, where there is no vision, the people perish. If we don't lose hope, if we don't lose the vision, if we keep remaining faithful and obedient to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man, we about to experience what he is talking about. And not talking about, whenever the kingdom is up and running. No, talking about receiving the mercy and witnessing this take place from ground zero. The kingdom being built up, like this change happening, and you're able to witness it. Not being born again into the kingdom, no, but being what did it say? Like a patriarch. All right, witnessing this change, like it tells you in Sirach 25 and 7. Being able to see the downfall of your enemy. So going into this new heaven, this new rulership, imagine seeing the change. Yahweh Shah coming back, able to survive and witness it, still remaining faithful. But this is for the rejoicing. The rejoicing is for the Israelites, man. All right. So it says, verse 19, I'm in transit right now, but I'm about to come to a point where I can read again. It says, Isaiah chapter 65 and 19. It says, "And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people," the Israelites. Hold up. It says, "In the voice of weeping shall," how does it say? It says, "In the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, and the voice of crying." So oppression is over with. Judgment, as far as suffering these curses, is over with, man. The ones in position right now who are in authority, they're going to be removed where we ain't finna feel nothing from them. They will have no negative effect on us, man. That's why the scriptures tell us in the book of Obadiah. Hold up, let me get that real quick. I think it's Obadiah 1:15. Hold up. Obadiah chapter 1:15, it says, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. And hey, the day of the Lord is synonymous with the new heavens and the new earth. It's a wrap, man. It is a wrap. Now we finna see what righteousness looks like in the planet Earth. All right. But how it said, the nations are going to get recompense for what they've done unto us. You know, having the tears and the sorrows and, you know, just being oppressed, that's felt from what the nations, you know, do to us constantly. It's still to this day. Like it tells you in Zechariah 1:15, the Lord was displeased, you know, because the heathen forwarded our afflictions. That's not a light thing. They got to pay for what they've done. But due to our disobedience, hey, we had to experience that. Since we didn't want to serve the Lord, he showed us what it feels like to be in the hand of our enemies. And that shit don't taste good. And the beauty of it is, our time of punishment is almost over with, like it tells you in Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21 and 22. You know, our punishment is almost accomplished, where these curses ain't finna be fitting us perfectly anymore. It's finna be put on these heathens. But let's keep reading. Isaiah chapter 65 and 19 again. It says, and I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. Verse 20, let me go to the NLT. So it says, no longer will babies die when only a few days old. No more SIDS, you know, just the shit that we experience today, just the loss of children, stillborns, birth complications, none of that shit, man. No longer will babies die when only a few days old. No longer will adults die before they have lived a full life. No longer will people be considered old at 100. And people, you know, understanding that, that's comforting, where we don't have to try to get it all in right now. Niggas trying to, you know, live a full life right now whenever you don't have the fucking time to. Nigga, you are in America in captivity. This shit is gonna be bitter. It ain't time to live it up and explore the earth and, you know. No, we trying to be saved and delivered from the destruction that's coming. All right? But the beauty of it is, whatever we miss out on this side, like how Shah told the disciples. Hey, in Matthew the 19th chapter, he told to Peter, whatever you lose on this side in the regeneration, you go receive it back 100-fold, roughly paraphrasing. So we'll be able to live, you know, not just survive and experience, live a full life. Have things to do, have business to do. You know, not just be subject to fucking payments and try to make shit work. It says there, verse 20 in the NLT again. It says, no longer will babies die when only a few days old. No longer will adults die before they have lived a full life. No longer will people be considered old at 100. Only the cursed will die that young. Only the cursed will die that young. Now, during this time, are we going to be cursed? No. It tells you, man, what scripture am I thinking about? Oh, first, Deuteronomy 30 and 7. The Lord is going to remove the curses from the Israelites and put them on those that oppress us and hate us, on these heathen. Real quick, let me read verse 20 in the KJV. Because understanding, whenever we're fully in the new covenant, you know, whenever Yahushua makes his return, it's over with. It ain't no more sinning. We ain't finna go off, be subject to vanity. The law, statutes, and commandments are gonna be in our inward parts, and we're gonna live forever. All right? But in the KJV, I like how it says the sinner, because we're not gonna sin. All right? But verse 20 in the KJV, it reads, there shall be no more, Salaki, hold up. It says, there shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that hath not fulfilled his days. For the child shall die 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. All right, we ain't finna be sinning, breaking the law, statutes, and commandments in the kingdom. No, we gonna be perfectly sound, in good graces with Yahweh Shem Shah, because we're gonna be granted that new body that won't be able to go off. Okay? But let's see. 2 Peter chapter 3 and 13. Peter was going into the same thing. It reads, come on, man. But 2 Peter chapter 3 and 13, it says, Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And that's the thing, living forever righteously. Not just you live forever, in just any type of way. No, righteousness is going to be spread throughout the four corners of the earth, and nobody will be able to do anything about it. We will be at perfect harmony, like it tells you in it tells you in John 16 and 33. In the world you'll have tribulation, but in Yahweh we might have peace. Looking up that word peace, it goes into like a national tranquility. It's really finna be like that for the nation of Israel. Forever living righteously. Being blessed, understanding being satiated, in blessings like the scriptures tell us. But real quick, let me finish this, then that'll be it. Let me get another one. 2nd Ezra chapter 8 in verse 52. It says, For unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared, plenteous is made ready, a city is builded, and rest is allowed, yea, perfect soundness and wisdom. And that's how it is going to be for us one day. That's how it's going to be for us forever. All right. 2nd Ezra 2 and 10. Thus saith the Lord unto Ezra, Tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given unto Israel. Verse 11. Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles which I have prepared for them. That's talking about a body that will never die, never get old, never decay, wear out, get tired, none of that. All right, the Lord said he's going to give us everlasting tabernacles, an everlasting body that will never decay. All right, you won't have to go to the doctor because you're sick, take medicine because you lacking anything in the body. We'll be forever in the fullness of our youth. But it says, which I had prepared for them, they shall have the tree of life for an ointment of sweet savor. They shall neither labor nor be weary. No more punching clocks. No more being tired and worn the fuck out. It's a wrap. This is what the Lord has promised to us. Then to end it all, to us and our children, Isaiah 66 and 22. For as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make, shall remain before me. So it ain't gonna be interrupted, come to an end. Nothing. It tells you in the book of Luke that Yahweh Shah was gonna sit on the throne of King David, and the kingdom was gonna be forever. Roughly paraphrasing, But it says, saith the Lord, so shall your seed and your name remain. All right. Yeah, so guess what? We gonna have offspring and we will enjoy our children. And that's how it's promised. So I pray this was edifying to the Lord's elect. And to the next time, Lord willing, I say shalom.